Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Monday, April 24th. We have all you need to know about Penn State's beverage partnerships on campus and updates on police investigations in State College.
We also have more on bans passed by the federal government, along with weather, sports, and entertainment. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Morgan Suppes.
And I'm Carlos Garcia.
Pepsi is officially here to stay at Penn State. After a 6-month process, the university has just announced a 10-year contract with the company. Pepsi and Penn State's partnership began in 1992. The new agreement will keep Pepsi as the main drink provider for Penn State until 2033. PepsiCo will also be providing additional money to the college, including scholarships and educational programs as part of the partnership.
An arrest has been made for a rape case that allegedly occurred on the Penn State Blue Course Golf Course in 2000. Kurt Allen Relema of West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, was charged with 2 counts of rape, 1 sexual assault, aggravated indecent assault, unlawful restraint, and simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. On July 27, 2000, Penn State University Police and Public Safety responded to a sexual assault near the 18th hole on the Blue Course Golf Course. According to an affidavit, a female was jogging on the course when Relema allegedly ran parallel to her, asking questions. When she attempted to leave, he allegedly held a pocket knife to her throat and took her to a wooded area where she was struck in the stomach and sexually assaulted. After decades of investigation, Relema was discovered during the investigation of another sexual assault in Michigan. The 51-year-old was arrested in Oakland County and is being held without bond in the Oakland County Jail.
Local police are actively investigating a body found in a parking garage in downtown State College. The police received a call for an unresponsive person near the Beaver Avenue parking garage last Monday. The body of a 31-year-old man was found with fatal injuries consistent with a fall from above. Police are awaiting a toxicology report, but have stated there was no indication of foul play.
The State College man is facing felony and misdemeanor charges after he robbed and allegedly threatened to shoot an acquaintance. The victim told Barrow Police that 27-year-old Robert E. Mack approached him at around 9 p.m. Friday on O'Brien Lane and told him to empty his pockets or Mack would shoot him. Mack allegedly showed the man a gun he had inside his hoodie pocket and then took the man's phone and smashed it on the ground. He also took several other items from the victim. Mack is charged with felony counts of robbery, prohibited possession of a firearm, and misdemeanor counts of simple assault, theft, and receiving stolen property. He was arraigned last Sunday by District Judge Don Hann, who set bail at $65,000. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for Wednesday. Big weather fluctuations aren't anything new for Pennsylvania, but what temperature ranges can we expect to see this week? Hannah George with Campus Weather Service has more details on what to expect in tonight's weather report. Take a look.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm Hannah George. I hope you all are enjoying your day out there. Pretty skies over State College right now, and we're sitting at a temperature of roughly 50 degrees. A little bit of wind out there you're going to feel at times, but that feels like is still 50. Definitely cooler compared to the April we've been having, but honestly, that's reasonable for April in Pennsylvania typically. And rest of the state is also seeing definitely cooler temperatures to some extent. The southeastern part of the state, a little bit warmer with Philly at 60 degrees, but you can see the rest of the state, definitely a cooling trend going on. Erie and Franklin are sitting at 41 degrees right now. They're cooler than average, but we're sitting right at about average. We're kind of a threshold between this kind of warm, kind of cool zone that we got going on here in Pennsylvania. Taking a look across the United States, you can see basically everyone is seeing some sort of cooling trend. Abilene, Texas, I talk about them a lot because usually they're sitting in the 80s looking nice and warm, but today they're sitting at 62, so they're getting a taste of what we're usually witnessing out here. Tampa, the only place in the 80s right now, you can see they're sitting at just 80 degrees out there. I say just because it's been warmer for them for a lot of this month. And taking a look into next week, you can see this cooling trend is going to continue. We're going to be seeing a lot of 50s, some lower 60s going on. I can tell you by next weekend, so we're talking the 8th the 6th and the 7th of May. It is going to get into those 70s possibly here as of right now, but for the next week, we're definitely going to be seeing some cooler temperatures compared to what most of this April has been like for us. Taking a look at the radar, you can see some scattered showers across Pennsylvania, but nothing really affecting State College right now. Those clouds are going to move on out. Tomorrow morning is going to be nice and clear for us. Some clouds moving in. You see these showers that are going to move on and have a chance of hitting us overnight here in State College. You can see we sit here early in the morning on Wednesday. Some green covering the State College area. So that does have a chance of hitting us on Wednesday. And those scattered showers are going to continue themselves throughout the day around Pennsylvania. Chance of hitting us at some points, chance of not hitting us for sure as always. So that chance isn't super high, but they are going to be out there. So definitely something to look out for. Taking a look a little bit more into the future, you see clear skies on Thursday. It's going to get a little bit cloudy as we move into the later hours of Thursday. And Friday when we wake up, this system is going to start moving on into PA. You can see as we look here, Friday evening, that system will be covering a good portion of Pennsylvania. And it'll stay covering a good portion of Pennsylvania as we move into Friday night. And some sort of rain is going to stick around. Taking a look here at some of the precipitation accumulation that is possible next week. You can see as we approach next Wednesday at 5 p.m., an inch and a half of accumulation over those couple days. And that's not all. I can tell you there's probably going to be a little bit more rain also. So this isn't the peak of it, but that's a good portion of it you're seeing. You can see places like Franklin over 2 inches of rain. Out east, you can see they're going to be getting basically the same amount as anyone in the center or western zone. So basically all of Pennsylvania is going to be seeing a good portion of rain, which I think is needed if you got any flowers you planted. Some rain might be nice, but what's not nice is the freeze warning we are actually in a lot of places in Pennsylvania right now. Speaking of which, tonight we're going to be seeing a low of 30 degrees out there. Frosty, like I mentioned, there's freeze watches and warnings throughout Pennsylvania as we move into the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Chance for some frost tomorrow morning for sure. And tomorrow we're going to be seeing a high of 56 degrees. So a little bit warmer, but it is going to be mostly cloudy out there. But hey, at least no rain. And like I said, a little warmer. Your 7-day outlook as we have the last week of classes here in Penn State. We're seeing a high of 50 today. That's our peak. We're at about right now, actually, a low of 30, high of 56, as mentioned tomorrow, with that rain moving in overnight as we move into Wednesday with a high of 58, a little bit warmer once again, and even warmer on Thursday, a high of 62, back into those 60s. And Thursday is going to be a nice day. And as you can see with that rain surrounding it, if you're going to get out, definitely get out on Thursday with that high of 62, mostly sunny out there. Friday, a little bit cooler, high of 56. So those showers, that possibility for those. Saturday, a little bit warmer, high of 57. Rain still continuing. Sunday, even more rain with a high of 59. So definitely a little bit warmer. There is a tiny bit of a warming trend there you can see. All right, that's all for me. Once again, I am Hannah George. Have a beautiful day.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Amanda Weissman with your sports update. The Penn State men's lacrosse team defeated Rutgers 14-5 on Friday night, earning them the Friendship Cup trophy. They last possessed this trophy in 2019 when the Nittany Lions defeated Rutgers 14-13. This is their 14th time claiming the trophy since the Friendship Cup started in 1998. Not only did they secure the Friendship Cup trophy this weekend, but they also claimed a share of the 2023 Big Ten regular season title for the second time in program history. The number 5 ranked Nittany Lions closed their regular season with a 9-3 overall record, including a 4-1 in Big Ten play. This win has earned them the number 1 seed in the upcoming Big Ten tournament and a first-round bye, advancing them to the semifinals, which will be played on Thursday, May 4th against Johns Hopkins. Penn State men's volleyball has set a new high standard for themselves after this past 2023 season. The Nittany Lions defeated Princeton 3-0 in Saturday's championship game and secured themselves the EIVA title. This will be the 35th time they have won this title, and 23 of those times the team was coached by Mark Pavlik. This win secured them the conference's automatic qualifier spot in the National Collegiate Championship game. The bracket has Penn State starting the tournament in the quarterfinal round on Tuesday, May 2nd. They will be playing the winner between Ohio State and King. Penn State is 26-3 on the season and is ready to rally for its 33rd appearance in the NCAA tournament. Dylan Brooks has made it clear that he prefers to bring his off-court drama straight onto the court, and he will come in swinging hot. In Saturday's Game 3 loss for the Memphis Grizzlies, Brooks earned a premature exit for a flagrant 2 hit against Los Angeles Lakers' LeBron James. Brooks did say he likes to poke bears, but no one expected him to take that quite as seriously as he did. Brooks has been taunting James for quite some time now, and in their second game, he made comments insinuating that James is old and he doesn't care what he has to say. This low blow wasn't the first time Brooks stooped to that level. Earlier in the season, Brooks hit Donovan Mitchell, which also resulted in a premature exit. Time to come up with another way to deal with this drama rather than this, Brooks. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Juliana Tordo has the latest updates from the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University. Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss. Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment. We are Red Carpet News. Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Juliana Tordo with your entertainment update. The Downtown State College Farmers Market is finally back. This past Friday, April 21st, the beloved Farmers Market on Locust Lane made its return since its late November seasonal closure. The Penn State community can get fresh fruit and vegetables, handmade bouquets, baked goods, and more. The market has been in operation since 1976, and all the products are sold by local Center County vendors. The Farmers Market will be here to stay every Friday from 11:30 to 5:30 until the end of November. Walker Hayes will be performing in the Bryce Jordan Center this upcoming Saturday, April 27th. Hayes is stopping at the BJC as a part of his Duck Buck tour. The Grammy-nominated singer is best known for his hit song titled Fancy Like. His opening acts include singer-songwriters Ray Fulcher and Ingrid Andress. Before finals week begins, the Penn State community can attend the event for as little as $35. Tickets can be purchased via Ticketmaster. This past weekend, Coachella completed its second weekend. Bad Bunny and Blackpink headlined the Desert Music Festival once again, but with Frank Ocean dropping out the second weekend due to his controversial performance, some of the new Sunday headliners included Blink-182, Skrillex, Fortet, and Fred Again. Other performers included Metro Boomin and Kali Uchis. Musician Labyrinth brought out several special surprise guests, including Sia, Maddie Ziegler, and even Zendaya, where they performed hits from the soundtrack of the HBO original Euphoria. This was the first time Zendaya live performed in 8 years. This caps off Coachella's final weekend, and festival goers can now look forward to the next lineup release in January 2024.
That's all for your entertainment update. After the break, interview anchor Danielle Dempsey will be speaking with Nora O'Toole, the UPUA president for the 2023-2024 academic year. Stay tuned.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This is Nittany Talk.
Like us making shows out there.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
And he knew that. How do you say
I know.
she like continues to hold her values and everything though? And I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed.
That's
Yeah.
hard to say.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart,
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts
creators.
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston? Like,
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
Been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State,
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State. Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Danielle Dempsey. With me tonight is Nora O'Toole, the student body president for the 2023 to 2024 academic year. Nora, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited to hear all about UPUA. So can you explain what is UPUA?
Yeah, so the University Park Undergraduate Association, or UPUA, is a student government here on campus, and our mission is to be the voice and advocate for the student body, as well as provide resources that are most reflective of the student body's needs. And if those resources don't exist, then to advocate for that to administration and important stakeholders.
Absolutely, that's incredible. So what sorts of events does UPUA hold throughout the school year?
Yeah, so we have 5 committees within UPUA that span over all different aspects of the student body. So that includes campus operations, academic affairs, governmental affairs, student life, and justice and equity. And so within those 5 committees, we hold different programming weeks that include many different aspects, such as Mental Health and Wellness Week, Sexual Violence Awareness and Prevention Week, as well as Knowing Your Rights in academic realms, as well as like housing rights, and also while protesting, so different series with that, and also providing different resources such as test prep books. So many different programming events that fall within those 5 aspects of the student body.
Yeah, those are great resources for students to have available to them. And so to get all of these committees together, you hold General Assembly meetings. What does a typical General Assembly meeting look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So every week, General Assembly is all of our representatives coming together to go through our order of business, which is carried out through modern rules of order to help us procedurally. But that looks like passing old business, nominating or electing new representatives, as well as passing new business and new legislation to make those initiatives become a very tangible form through that legislation to be passed.
Wow, that's incredible. And it was recently announced that you would be serving as the next student body president. You'll be leading all these different initiatives. So what will your responsibilities look like as president in putting together these General Assembly meetings and all these other events?
Yeah, so president is, in my role, very much external facing for the organization. So what that looks like is me meeting with a lot of administration to see how our initiatives within UPUA that other representatives bring to the table can be carried out, and how administration can have buy-in on those initiatives and how they can help us collab with that. And so In my role as president, I am very much the external communication, while a lot of my other members within the organization tend to focus more internally on those General Assembly meetings and helping reps carry out those initiatives through their committees.
Yeah, that's incredible. And this is a role that you had to have a full-fledged campaign for. Can you tell me a little bit about your campaigning experience?
Yeah, it was incredible, like, super surreal to, be able to work with some of my best friends on campaigning, and, it was super eye-opening too. We got to meet with and reach out to so many different people that in their own aspect, really make Penn State what it is through their own leadership roles. So, meeting those people, seeing how, I can represent them and how we can collaborate with each other, was super, again, just very surreal, and I feel really lucky to be given that opportunity.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so what prior roles did you serve on before becoming the next president?
Yeah, so I've been a part of UPUA for 2 years. Humble beginnings. I actually lost my first election. So I wasn't an at-large representative until the summer of my freshman to sophomore year. And an at-large representative is just a representative that oversees or concentrates on the student body as a whole rather than a specialized community. And I've also held the role of chair of the Governmental Affairs Committee, one of the 5 committees, which is very much the lobbying arm of UPUA and kind of representing special interests of the students on a local, state, and federal level. And after that, last year, I was Speaker of the Assembly, which again was very internal facing and kind of the head of the legislative branch and glue to keeping the organization together. And then now I'm very lucky to be president now.
Yeah, that's incredible. It's such a great progression that you went through, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you hope for UPUA to accomplish next year under your presidency?
Yeah, I'm so excited. So I have my Vice President, Giselle Concepcion, and I had set out 5 pillars for us to hopefully achieve within the next year, which first includes community development. So right now is a very critical time for not only our organization, but the university in regards to DEIB efforts. So community development to us looks very much like housing and food insecurity, and also providing mutual aid and collabing with various RSOs such as Lions Pantry to do that. The next one is internal reform. So this is taking a hard look internally at our own organization and how we can utilize our resources to carry out the mission and vision we have. So this looks like having our own strategic planning board, as well as looking at new hiring practices to ensure that no bias is taking place. The next one is sexual violence awareness and prevention. I'm very excited about this one, especially. The past couple of years, we've done a lot of education focused work, so providing resources and pointing students to the right direction and finding those resources. But Giselle and I really want to take a more tangible approach to this. So potentially funding Birdie personal alarms to distribute to the student body, as well as funding for Narcan and roofie testing kits to distribute to the student body as well, and working with bars downtown to set up more sustainable systems for those that may feel in danger at those bars, to talk to the bars and potentially have a safe way out of that situation. So building up those relationships. Sustainability, pretty self-explanatory, but something we're excited about is potentially and hopefully building up academic literacy across all academic colleges and really building on one cohesive message for sustainability. And then the last one is mental health and wellness. I think this past year especially, student government leaders have really struggled with their own mental health, and it's a very unique situation to want to provide resources for the student body and being the leader of that, while also trying to set boundaries for yourself and watch out for your own mental health. So we're hoping to also really put a spotlight on that and take a hard look at how we can address that. So.
That is amazing. It sounds
Thank
like you and your Vice President, Giselle, have a lot of incredible plans for next year, and I can't wait to see firsthand what you guys do as President and Vice President. So my final question was, how can students who are also passionate about student government like yourself become involved with UPUA?
Yeah, so I would just say to keep an eye out on our socials. Our big election was just in March, so that's really the time when you can get involved. But we have vacancies and openings throughout the year, so following us on our socials to stay up to date on when those may happen. But also, you don't need UPUA to make the change you want to see. And that's something I really want to emphasize. As long as you have that passion, that's really all you need to get the change that you need done. And, even if you can't get involved right now, like keep fighting, like keep having that passion, and it'll all work out one day.
So awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today and talking about UPUA.
Of course, thank you.
Up next, Morgan and Carlos will bring you the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with David Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News. The House of Representatives has now approved a GOP bill that would ban transgender athletes from participating in women's sports. However, the bill is unlikely to pass in the Senate due to its Democratic majority. The White House also stated President Biden would veto the bill if it came to him. Supporters claim this bill is meant to ensure competitive fairness, but opposers only see it as another way to shame an already vulnerable demographic. The new legislation is also known as the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act and was approved by the party line vote of 219 to 203.
A judge has denied bond to a man accused in the 2017 white supremacist march in Charlottesville, Virginia. The judge cited allegations that the man continued to participate in anti-Semitic incidents after the infamous event at the University of Virginia. Albemarle County Circuit Court Judge Claude Worrell said he, quote, can't believe the defendant will be on good behavior if he were to be released from jail while he awaits trial. Worrell said he believed there was a chance 25-year-old Tyler Bradley Dykes would destroy evidence, citing a telegram message Dykes sent to associates after an arrest earlier this year saying, quote, I'm arrested by Virginia, nuke my account, end quote. Dykes allegedly sent the message to a group with other extremist individuals, which prosecutors said was used to discuss potential future violence against minorities. Dykes is charged with a felony of burning an object with the intent to intimidate during the 2017 march, the evening before the deadly Unite the Right rally. Dykes hasn't entered a formal plea, and the defense attorney for Dykes declined to speak to reporters outside the Charlottesville courthouse.
The main man who went on a violent killing spree has confessed to the murder of his parents and their two friends. 34-year-old Joseph Eaton showed no emotion during his brief hearing, where he was charged with 4 counts of murder. Police say he shot the victims just days after he was released from prison. Investigators say he then took off in his parents' car and shot 3 more people on a nearby highway. The investigation on these shootings is still underway by Maine police.
The U.S. is setting a record pace for mass killings in 2023, averaging a tragedy roughly once a week so far this year. 88 lives have been taken in 17 mass killings over 111 days. Each time, the killers have wielded firearms. Only 2009 was marked by as many such tragedies in the same period of time. The most recent of these shootings have occurred in the last week, ranging from a Sweet 16 birthday party in Dadeville, Alabama, to an interstate highway in Bowdoin, Maine. According to a database maintained by the Associated Press and USA Today in partnership with Northeastern University, 2,842 people have died in mass killings in the U.S. since 2006. It counts killings involving 4 or more fatalities, not including the perpetrator. These are the same standards as the FBI, and it tracks a number of variables for each. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.